Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Genelec Masterclass on vocal production. And today is going to be um, a lot of fun. I will say that trying to do a live stream vocal production from different places is a lot of challenges, but we've managed to get through a lot of this, and I'm really excited to have on Zukye Ardella from S5 Studio in Manhattan to help us out here. And there she is. Hello, Zukye. Hey,
Hey, Paul.
thank you so
Um,
much. I really want to thank first and foremost you and Sunny and Mia, of course, back there, all of the effort to get this to come together, and we're going to have a lot of fun watching what you guys do. So, thank
definitely,
you.
definitely. And it was definitely a lot, and thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, let's start with S5 Studio and the humble beginnings, where you came together with this studio. Can you bring us to the beginning?
So the beginning starts with Sonny Carson. He's a good friend of mine and now business partner, and actually was once my mentor. He is the one who started the studio. It started in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy, and it was in a very nice loft. So when I first met Sonny, it was a few years. I think he might have been 3, and it was just a one-room studio. It was in a building that was it wasn't fully commercial, but it was very nice. But yeah, it was one room, and we met. At the time, I didn't really know how to engineer at all. I was just a producer, and long story short, he needed help with his clientele because he had grown his clientele to, if I recall correctly, back then it was like over 700 people just for him. So
Wow.
he needed help. He needed help because he was beginning to feel overwhelmed, taking all the clients. So he said, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you how everything you need to know about engineering, but you have to just kind of help me with these clients." So at the time, I didn't really have a studio. I was freelancing, doing whatever I could to get my music out. And I was just like, "Hey, this sounds good." He seems like a cool, straightforward guy. And things grew from there. I ended up taking a lot of pride in engineering. I got really good. You know, I I worked with him. I started buying equipment, and then I started working at a bunch of big commercial studios in Manhattan. I helped. We ended up expanding to 2 rooms in that same loft, and then eventually we hit a ceiling because even though I don't know. If you're familiar with New York, you know that Brooklyn is becoming, especially the area that we were in, very gentrified, and they're building a lot of new buildings, and it's becoming like a mini Manhattan. But even with that being said, like a lot of people from out of town, especially like the higher profile artists, they weren't trying to go to Brooklyn at all.
Hmm.
Even if they really loved working with us, they were just trying to book us in Manhattan. So also because the building wasn't a fully commercial building, we were having issues with like noise complaints and working throughout the night. Basically being a 24-hour studio, couldn't really do that there. So we hit that ceiling. We were both in a place where we were ready to move, and we found the perfect opportunity last year in like March, and we moved here in May.
And it's
And
a beautiful, beautiful spot. I know we have a photo that we can throw up to show the control room, I believe, Eric, if you want to post that up. And now this is the, which room is this? The midnight room?
no, this is actually the
The,
Crimson Room that I'm in
this is the
today.
crimson room that
So
we're, okay.
you guys are seeing the live version of that room. And that
Yeah.
actually is a photo. That photo I took. It was very early, so I think we probably have added a few things since that photo was taken. You guys could see a lot of it here now.
Yeah. One of the things that when you were on my show, Instagram show, Show Us Your Cave, and you gave us all a tour around the place. And one of the things that was just so incredible is like, you guys are really kind of state of the art in so many ways. And the analog patching, if you could describe that to our listeners here or viewers, how the
Of
patching
course.
happens.
So you can see in the corner of the screen, we do have a TT patch bay. but all of our devices in this center section area, center credenza island, whatever you want to call it, all of them are connected to something called the flock patch. It's like the new age. This is the future of patch base. So the flock patch, you can change your chain with the click of the button. So I might be able to show you guys if I mirror my screen. Let's see. I think I might. Well, you guys are not. Oh, okay, you can see it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
this is the flock. This is the flock patch app. So this is a digitally controlled analog patch bay. So I can multi signal with this patch bay. I can also change my chain while the artist is in there, you doing their practice run. So I can change and figure out which chain I want to use without, having to get up and, take a million TT cables and patch this and say, hold on, let me patch this. So it's very intuitive and it's great. It's like the future. It's definitely the future.
Yeah, I gotta think that that just helps the process so much because for what you folks do over there, I mean, well, you can tell better than I am, but like you guys are busy, right?
Very,
Very
very.
busy. And
Very, but
and
we can always be busier. We're workhorses out here. So
but to that, like, you can change like the room is set up for doing the vocal production, but you might have a different style vocal production happening the next session, right? Explain a little bit about that stuff because I know that, you have Mia here, which is a certain setup, but you could have a different type of setup for a different vocal production.
exactly. So as far as setup, like sometimes Mia likes to be in the booth, but I also have a large group of clients that like to just record in the room. They like the intimate setting, with the engineer, so we can communicate without having to press a talkback button. So that's pretty easy too. It's just one cable. We'll put it in whatever channel. We'll either put it directly into the Flock app if we want to use a mic pre that's in the credenza, or I can take cables and go directly into the channels on the console. I didn't mention the console is the SSL origin, which is great. It's an SSL console, but it's fully analog, so there's no digital or DAW control on this console. As far as like doing other genres, it's just we have instruments come through sometimes. We have our booth is, I mean, you guys will see whenever we start tracking, but our booth is a good size. It's not a huge live room, but it's definitely, enough space for a drum kit or anything, and for it to sound really good in there. So we have a lot of flexibility in here for sure.
Yeah. So now today, for the type of vocal production that you're working on today, this is a common practice, the way that you're going to be showing how we're running today.
Definitely for this type of music, and Mia is she's a very talented young artist. So she
There
works
she is.
quickly. Doesn't She doesn't write. There she goes. Wave at us.
Hello.
Wave at. So yeah, she's very talented. She works very quickly, and she doesn't write. So everything that you're gonna hear is very spontaneous. It's live. You're really watching a live session. So everything, every word, every verse is gonna be something that none of us heard. I don't even think Mia knows what she's gonna say, but we're gonna find out. So this is
But yeah, and this is an
every session.
important part. I'm sorry, this is an important part of your production, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen, but you need to be able to keep things going with her flow, right? You don't want to break her concentration, and yet you
Exactly.
still need to.
Exactly. So I kind of have to one, of course, not mess up her creativity, but still, kind of basically bring her ideas to life. From hearing what she's doing, I can kind of, figure out the direction she's trying to go in. You know, Hopefully we come up with a really dope record
Right.
at the end of all of this.
So with that being said, your templates, like, we touched on this before when we were rehearsing these things, but
Mhm.
you've got a template that you use for your vocal production. And there it
Yes,
is.
yes,
So if
yes.
you could
Alrighty.
explain to us what your methodology here is.
So this is a version of my template, but I had to make a few alterations, to make sure this stream went well. So what you'll see here, I mean, the template I have here is something that enables me to move fairly quickly. Even what you guys are going to see today is not going to show how fast we actually work with artists such as Mia. It's extremely fast, but because this is a master class and we're going to be going through things, there are going to be times where we stop and I explain things. But usually this is like, and it's a lot of major label artists. They'll be very upset if you don't move that quickly, because when you're freestyling, if the engineer can't keep up or move as fast, you'll forget. They tend to forget the idea that they had or the note that they were singing or the words. And if it was something that they know was really good and they forgot it because you were moving too slow, it's not good. It's not good after that. So so the template, I have an instrumental track. I already have the beat loaded up. The beat was produced by a good friend of mine, another young talented producer. I love working with the youth. His name is Sam Silver, super dope. He's from New York. Shout outs to Sam. Thanks for sending us this beat pack last minute.
Thank you for that.
So he produced the record, and I have an instrumental track. If you look, I have the actual track down 6 dB, but I also did some clip gain. I might do some more depending on what her levels sound like as we move forward. The reason why I do clip gain is because with hip hop music specifically, or hip hop, R&B, pop, a little bit of all of that. When producers export their beats, they're like as loud as it possibly could be before distortion. And I understand that, because when you're in a studio session, you don't want to go after someone who's playing their music and then your music drops in volume. And even though it sounds amazing, people are not going to feel your music as much because it's not as loud. So loud is like, it's like a perception. Like if somebody's beat is louder, people will perceive it as the better beat. I don't know why that is. But anyway, so there wasn't a lot of headroom in the 2-track that I pulled in. So I did some clip gain because it's pre-fader. So, if there's any distortion happening, which I don't know. I haven't really listened to this beat like that. So I don't know if there's any distortion happening. I hope not, Sam. But if there was, just pulling the track down would not, help with that distortion. But pulling the clip pre-fader actually helps with any type of distortion that's happening on the track. And then I have a record track. So the record track, you'll see some effects on there. That is just for the artist to hear. These are not effects that are being printed. Most artists do not want to just hear a raw vocal the entire time they're recording until after the song is done. Like, they need to, most of the time, hear something that sounds close to what they feel like the record is supposed to be. So we have some auto-tune over there. Even though Mia is an amazing vocalist, it's just the sound that we're going for this particular record. Sometimes people use auto-tune not because they can't sing or because they're having trouble with pitch, but because they're just going for that specific sound. The RVox, I have some things disabled. They're inactive, just to save processing power. The SSL channel that's on there, that's like a telephone effect. Sometimes people like to hear that while they're doing ad libs and stuff. But I just have it there as options, so I don't have to go search for the plugin when I'm trying to move extremely fast. It's just already there. The L2 is that's a limiter. I'll pull it up. I have a little tiny bit of gain happening on the limiter. Once again, that's for perceived loudness. If I already have her mic presettings together and I feel like it's perfect, but the artist is like, oh, I want to hear more of me. I want to be louder. I want the beat to be louder, or whatever the case is. I'll put a limiter on there so it'll seem like they're louder, but it's not really affecting anything that I have going into the session. So then I have these lead vocal tracks here. So when I record, I'll just pull it down in the lead vocal tracks just for playback. So yeah, that enables me to move fairly quickly. I also have a couple of delay tracks. This is something I don't see that on a lot of people's template, but it's I have two delays on here. They're fully wet, so I can actually just, if I want just one word to be emphasized or something, I can clip it from whatever she recorded and drag it down into that track real quick, just so she could have that feeling. All of these things are to make the song kind of move and sound like a record as she's going, so she can feel more creative and want to continue.
Yeah.
And also, some artists are, I notice a lot of artists, they won't tell you this, but sometimes they're self-conscious, or they're like, they feel a little nervous, especially if you're working with them for the first time. So you kind of have to, like, make the record sound like a record so they could feel more confident and more comfortable with you. So yeah, that's it. I have a delay track aux because I have a slight effect going on the delays, so it sounds warmer. And it's not too, like, I don't want to hear her voice a million times because that could, mess up the record as well. The lead vocal aux. So these are not disabled, but actually this one should be, because that takes up a lot of power. But yeah, I usually on playback I just have a little bit of compression, just so once again, it sounds like a record. It sounds kind of controlled. The settings I have are just settings that I put on there for the template. It's not super aggressive, and I probably will change it. There's a possibility I might not even use the compressors that I have, but it's just so I can have it. And when I have the playback, everything's controlled and it's not everywhere. Go down. We have the ad libs and the backgrounds all routed to my background auxiliary track. And once again, ignore all of these plugins. These are just options. These are my, like, kind of go-tos. Except for that one, that should be on there. And this one either. So a couple go-tos. So it's just there when I'm ready. Once again, this is a lot of this stuff is to save processing power and to make the whole process just easier and faster. And
Hey, I'm sorry. Somebody just asked a question. Do you record the lead vocal with compression or just raw and flat?
so yeah, I was gonna get into that.
Okay,
So the
sorry.
only no, it's fine. The only compression I really use is a little bit coming in. Right now, the chain she has. Well, whenever you guys see her in the booth, I have her going to a Manly reference C. The Manly reference C, and I know a lot of people can attest to this. I've had some really renowned engineers agree when I say this, but this mic is the only mic I've ever used that sounds almost identical to the Sony C800. I have tracked, it was an R&B singer. I tracked the first half with a C800, the second half with the reference C. I almost forgot that I had tracked the first half of the song with a C800 until I looked back at my notes and remembered. And then I A-B'd between the two, and I'm like, wow, like, this really sounds like, I didn't notice, the clients didn't notice, like, nobody noticed. So great microphone. One of my go-tos, especially, for pop and R&B vocals. I have this going into what we have. It's a Heritage Audio 1073. We have some Neve 1073s in some of the other rooms. In some of our other rooms, we have like, I think it's 1, 2, 3. We have 3 of them. We have 2 in our Midnight Blue room and 1 in our black room, and they have 2 Heritage Audio 73s in here and a BAE 1073. So interestingly enough, Heritage Audio, I don't think it's is as popular. Of course, it's not as popular as Neve, but their 1073s sound really good. See any like, I don't see that. I don't feel like I'm losing anything when I use the Heritage Audio 1073s. They're actually sometimes I prefer them even over to sell pre's on the console. So it's really good. I have her going. It also the reference C is a brighter mic, and Mia, she has a voice that tends to come in pretty bright. So the 1073 kind of smoothens that out and warms it up a little bit. I'm trying to think. Oh, and then I have her going, as far as compression, I have her going through an LA2A, the regular Teletronics LA2A. That, I mean, I feel like that item speaks for itself. Like it's amazing, the LA2A. So
Yeah.
and once again, it's good for her because she's not doing anything really like loud and percussive. So the LA2A will be able to tame her vocals pretty well without it sounding too aggressive or you hearing it. So when I compress going in to, I guess, answer your question, because I was rambling a little bit, but when I compress going in, it's usually like very light. And that's it. I definitely don't do anything like digitally coming in at all. So when you hear the vocal, it's just her vocal going through the Manly, the Heritage Audio 73, and the LA2A, and that's it.
We had a couple of questions pop up about processing power, and I know, like as you were showing, like making sure that not all those plugins were on, which ones you turned off. But the question here was, are you using a UAD interface to pull up all the plugins, or do you have a lot of processing memory on your computer? And then another question came up, and someone asked if you were using an HDSX system. So it might be good to answer it all at the same time,
Okay, yeah,
where
those
your
are good
processing
questions.
power comes from.
So we actually we don't have an HDX card in here. That's the first thing, and we don't have a UAD interface. What the interface we have in here right now is a Goliath HD, an Antelope Goliath HD. This interface is so is so good, I guess, for better words, and efficient that we don't have latency issues. We're also running off of it's a 2020 Mac Mini. I don't remember all the specs. I mean, I could pull it up, but this Mac Mini has been powering this everything you see for a year with no problems.
Amazing.
Um,
Wow.
with the new M1 chip, I've noticed that we can go down to a sample rate of 64. That's what we track at, and this is with GX card. Let me see. So yeah, we got a buffer size at 64 samples. So the latency
Wow.
that happens from there is so minimal that like an artist wouldn't really notice that. So we don't have any latency issues. We do plan on getting I do plan on getting an HDX card soon, just to see if that helps even more and makes it even more efficient. But right now we just running off the Antelope Goliath, so no plugins from the interface. But the Goliath capabilities like universal audio interfaces. So if I did want to use like a third party plugin or like the Goliath has a 32 mic pre, which also sound really good.
Mm.
So we have that. But no, I'm not using any plugins from the interface.
Fantastic. Wow, that's amazing. 64. Fantastic. Wow,
Oh, I have to
amazing.
explain real
64.
quick to everyone. Sorry, hold that thought. I
Yeah.
keep looking forward because that's where Paul is. Paul is on the screen in front of me, and then the camera's over here. So I'm like, so if you guys see me looking away from the camera, that's why.
There you go. But you also, I should say, you made sure you had all the Genelecs up front, right? So the studio is equipped with a lot of Genelec. So that was an important part of getting things up and running first.
Definitely. So before I had a studio equipment, I did have Genelec. So, and yeah, I know this is so funny because it sounds like a paid promotion the way I'm saying it, but I really do, I really do like Genelec products. The monitors. I started off with a pair of 8030As. So they were the regular the 5-inch monitors, and I remember I purchased that. It was the 8030As and MPC Live, and I purchased that on Sweetwater, and that was the beginning of my pro audio purchasing. I had probably the worst monitors ever. And they were monitors that I had since I was like 12. So they were like some monitors that my parents bought me when I said I wanted to be a producer. So they sounded horrible. And then, like my brother, when he was a baby, like pushed in one of the tweeters. It was terrible. So when I got my first pair of Genelecs, at first I thought it was just the interface because that was horrible also. I'm not going to say what it was, but I'm sure someone could guess. But it was basically the at the time. And when I switched out the monitors, it was like a cloud. It was just removed my entire room that I was in my bedroom at the time. And yeah, from then, well, the reason why I chose Genelec initially was I did a shootout between some Genelec monitors and a couple of other monitors from popular companies. And they were, the same size. And I was able to go back and forth between all of them. And actually had brought Sunny with me because I needed a second set of ears, make sure, I wasn't tripping. But yeah, they were the most true to sound, the Genelecs. So
And
I
now,
went with that, and then I think, yeah. So fast forward, I think it was like 2 years later. Sonny was the one who discovered the ones, and I think the ones might have came out 2 years later or something like that. They were still fairly new, so he got them, and I was just like, he was just like, nah, these look like really good. They're three-way monitors, but they're small, and da, da, da. And I think we might have seen them at AES. So he had gotten a pair when we were still in Brooklyn for at the time it was called the Red Room, and it was amazing. And then he actually did the research on the SAM system, told me about it, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is perfect for my room. So I'm like, I might have to upgrade soon, but I'm definitely staying with Genelec, especially because I had the experience with the ones, in the Red Room that Sonny had purchased, and I was just like, yeah, I need to get these. And this is before we, combined all of our equipment and brought it to this studio. So yeah, went from the ones, and then we were like, we need some mains for this new space that we're getting. So what should we get? Oh, it was Genelec, because honestly, it was between that and Osberger, and I know like that's popular in major
yep.
studios, but the thing with Osberger was it was two things. Well, one, I think the Genelec sound was better for the price. Like Osberger, they're I mean, of course none of this stuff is cheap. But I didn't see the price difference between Osberger and Genelec. I didn't see a sound difference. I actually felt like Genelec sounded better because I still got a high frequency range. Like I still could hear a lot of low end. We're in here with no sub, so and I work with rappers. So if you guys know what that's like, they want the loudest, crazy. And you know what? It's not just rappers. It's a little bit of everybody. They want to hear their stuff loud, like they're at a concert. And these Genelecs, they're the ones we have in this room. They're 1234s. They've been handling that for a year with no complaints. So we are gonna get a sub at some point. But yeah, I'm like, we got the Genelec, so it's loud. It has the high frequency range, but it's still accurate. Like I can actually check my mix on these on these. I've
That's,
had some Osbergers where it's just like, oh, it's loud,
well, that's the part
and
that
it's like that's
sometimes
cool.
gets yeah, that's the part that gets misconstrued sometimes about low end. Like it does need to be accurate, right? I mean, there's important business down there that you need to know if
Exactly.
it's you or is it the monitoring system that's creating the low end, right?
Exactly. And then the best part is that all of these monitors can be tuned, and I don't have to call anybody to do it. Like I just bought the mic, the microphone. So I don't know if everybody knows the whole Gillette thing, so I guess I'll say it. So there's a phone that's sold separately. What is it, like $200 or something? But this microphone you can set it up yourself. There's a GLM program. It's very easy to use, and then you can tune your entire room in 10 minutes, and the settings stay in the speakers once it's programmed. sound until you change it again. So
Yeah.
we have that in every room. So we have the 1234s in here and a set of Genelec ones, and then we have so so I always forget the number of these, but they're the 4-inch monitors. They're not ones, but they can be programmed with
Yeah,
the GLM
the
software.
8330. You've got the or
83. I think it might be 8320s. No, it
8320. Yeah,
might be
that
the
would be
30s.
no. The 20 would be the 4. The 5-inch would be the 8330. So yeah, you got
We, I, is it the 4-inch? Yep, it's the 4-inch. I'm
okay.
sorry, off the top of my head. So this is in the black room. We have those, and then in the midnight blue room, we have some 1238s, which are amazing in that room. I don't know if it's just the speakers or the size of the room with those speakers, but those are a hit in that room. And then we also have a set of Genelec ones in that room as well. So yeah, Genelec's been great. We've been making some great
we
records coming out of here.
we appreciate that. Hey, just before you get started, because we got to get started with the production, but some questions have been asked here, and I just want to get to those about the console. Someone was
Okay.
asking about the SSL and the justification for the price, but did you see that the large recording console was something that was well worth the expense? There's a question. How do you
So
justify an SSL console?
I think this was the best bang for my buck because the AWS it has DAW control, so it's digital and analog. However, if off the top of my head, I believe those are closer to 90,000, and that's for like the 24 channel. The Origin is 32 channels. It's fully analog because I've worked on so many consoles that the DAW control and analog, and I never used the console for anything digital. Like I never use it for that. I don't find like DAW control, like I don't feel like that's making my workflow any faster. So why get that? If I'm never gonna use it, an extra $40,000. So the Origin is a larger format console. I have 32 channels. And think about it, and it was like 40, between 40 and 50K, depending on where you get it, etc. That is a fraction of the price of any console you're gonna get. And then the size, I like the size because I mean that's big. When we were putting the studio together, we know what the clients like look wise and sound wise. So we couldn't come in, if we came in with like a smaller console, like people want it to feel grandiose and big or whatever. And honestly, there's only a handful of people that actually use all of the features of the console. I guess to answer your question a little better, I mean, do this math. What is the price of one SSL mic pre? Just the mic pre. Look that up and then multiply that by 32 because that's how many are on this console. Plus EQs, routing, monitoring. We have a SSL bus compressor. Like all of that is in this one item. If you add separately, it's going to be more than what I actually paid for what was actually paid for the console. So I think it's well worth the price. It's an investment. All of this pro studio equipment is an investment, and if you're gonna do it, you got to do it. But the beauty of all of this stuff is that if you take care of it, it holds resale value. So it's not like you're stuck with it forever. If tomorrow we decided we didn't want a studio anymore, we could sell all this stuff, and some of these things actually gain value with time. So I think the Origin is definitely worth, the money.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, with that all wrapped up, let's get cracking, shall we?
Yep, let's do it. So I guess I'll start. I know I have to mute my mic while we're actually tracking. I already have the beat loaded up and everything in there because we did a million sound checks earlier to make sure there were no issues. So Mia's in there. Say something for us, Mia.
Yo, 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 what's good?
Okay, cool. So she's ready to go. And we're just going to go from there. So Paul, like I told you before, don't hesitate to interrupt us.
I will
I don't
try
think
my
she'll
best,
be.
but also I don't want to interrupt your flow either. So
Yeah, I mean it's perfectly fine because I don't want you guys to forget any questions, and I don't think Mia is gonna be upset if she forgets an
No.
idea. I mean, if she is, she'll hold it in.
well, we can take notes, and the people will can put their comments up here, and we can come to them afterwards too. So we'll just see how it goes.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right,
All right,
cool.
have fun.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we're gonna do a quick level check real quick. All right, so keep going even if you mess up. All right.
All right, bet. Step in the booth when I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. This is the money parade. Hey, this is the money parade. Don't care what the haters say. Step in the booth when I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate.
Give me 1 second.
Alright.
Cool. I'm gonna just lower the mic a little bit. You good?
Oh, my fault.
This will be the lowest setting. Alrighty.
I need that default. That default setting.
Okay. So yeah, just to let you guys know what I just did, and it's very important. And I tell everybody, all of our interns and stuff, this like mic positioning and the recording coming in. I want the recording to sound like almost like it's ready without me doing anything, because then that makes my job, coming up with a quick mix quicker and easier. So just now she was a little sibilant. So I lowered the mic some so she could sing a little closer to the bottom of the capsule, which kind of, it tends to warm up the vocals a little bit. And I noticed when you sing towards the top of the capsule, it makes it a lot brighter. So I just lowered the mic some for her. We can go from here. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling A-okay. Yeah, I'm feeling A-okay. Alright.
I'm talking, I'm using the regular talk back. All right. Yeah, let's get it again from the top. That's good though. Still a little bright, but I could deal with it. Let's do it.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. Don't care what the haters say. Alright.
Play that back for you and then we'll punch in. All right.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. Don't care what a hater say. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. Don't care what a hater say. I gotta run it up for the days we ain't have it. One time. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. Don't care what a hater say. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money is my habit.
Sounds dope. Give me 1 second. I want to try something real quick.
All right.
Can you say something for me, Bucks?
Yo.
I'm gonna do another test run. I think I want to change the chain. Hold on. Let's do another run through. I'm gonna definitely keep what we just did though. Okay.
All right. Step in the booth and I meditate. Step in the booth and I levitate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. I can we ain't having.
One more time.
Alright. Oh, I missed it. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. Don't care what a hater say. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
I see you kind of altered the melody a little bit. I like that a lot. I actually like that better than the first thing you did, even though we were just doing a test run. But I think we're good. Let's try it.
Alright. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. This is a money parade. Don't care what a hater say. I remember days when we didn't.
We can punch that part in.
Alright. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what a step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay.
Let's punch that in again. Try to match your energy, okay?
Alright. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Problems don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today.
We just gotta get that third line. Let's see.
Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. Don't care what a hater say.
We just gotta tighten up that haters note, all right?
Alright. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Alright. Don't care what a hater care what a hater say. We getting paid today.
So the last time you said, "Don't care what a hater say," you kind of went up. Yeah.
Don't care what a hater say.
Yep. Let's do that.
Alright. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today.
Sounds good. Let's get it. Yeah.
Gotta run it up for this. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta.
Hold on. I'm gonna play what you did during that practice
Yeah,
run.
I kind of forgot.
Yeah. It's all good. You were, doing your thing. Let's see.
Today, I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta
Yeah,
run it up for
that when you have it, that little, have it, Look, I haven't slept, so my vocals, they're not on point today, but she knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna play it for you one more time so you can hear it.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
Yeah, you're doing like some vibrato on that. That sounds.
I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
That sounded really good. Let's get the first line again. All right.
Let's get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. Yeah, I forgot again.
I'm run it up. Hold on.
I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay.
I'm listening back.
Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it.
Close. You can come in a little better than that though.
I gotta run it up. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. Don't care what a hater say. Problems we getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it.
All right.
I gotta run it up.
Yeah, I think you just got to come in that line a little more confident, like you did the rest of them. Let me see.
I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. We getting paid today. I gotta run days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when
I'm listening one more time.
today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it.
So I'm gonna keep that one, but just when you come in, try to. I gotta run it up. You came in with I a little slow, so try to keep that cadence going. Let's see.
Don't care what.
You could start singing a little earlier too, if that helps.
I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. Hey, one time. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. What I said again?
I gotta run it up for the days.
I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't having.
Yep.
I'm feeling A-okay. say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for days when we ain't. I did it again.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I definitely think the other one was better. Let's see. Let's try again. If we don't get it this time, we'll just come back to it. All right.
I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. One time. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't had it. I gotta run it.
I think that was it. Let me listen back.
Feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
Yep, I'm ready for you.
Alright. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. I gotta run it up, run it up. Money be my habit. They say I'm still with the flow. Do what I don't. I gotta run it up. I gotta find a way out. I'm in it up and down. And they just count me out. Alright. Money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. Everything I do, I'ma go. One more time. Money be my habit. I gotta run it up. Alright. I gotta run it up. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. Money be my habit. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Alright. I'm on a mission. Money be my habit. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Money be my habit. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Count me out. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Alright. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. One more time. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check out our bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Alright. Now check my bank. Remember them days they would count me out. One time. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought.
So real quick, I didn't want to mess up your vibe.
Alright.
But that first thing you did, I'm gonna move this over because that's cool. That first thing you did, whoa, I think that was a good way to start the verse. Do you remember? I have a tape.
Whoa. Say what the phone.
Yeah.
Habit.
Yeah, I like that. That's dope. And then we could bring the high vocal in.
Alright.
All right.
Whoa. They say I'm with the flow. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa. They say I'm with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us.
Let me move some things around.
Alright.
I hate to interrupt because you guys are just moving, but when you're moving things around, could you explain that a little bit? Because you're moving so fast. It's amazing. Or can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, I can hear you. Sorry. um, so yeah, this is just me comping vocals and stuff. So, because she's freestyling, like even when she does the little humming, I'll save those. There's a quick key in Pro Tools where you can playlist tracks. So it looks like I'm deleting it, but some things I am deleting because I know for a fact she's not going to use them, or like the pitch is off or the timing or whatever. But as far as like humming ideas and stuff, I'm playlisting those because she might forget it. So that's why, like with that whoa that she's doing, I thought that was dope immediately, so I saved it, even though she went on to a different idea. So then when I spoke to her, I'm like, do you remember what it was? So I don't really have to explain it. I could just pull it up. Oh, this, and then we can move from there. Other things are like little, like, okay, I'm leveling things, I'm chopping things, just so I don't have to do it on the mix. I'm just doing it as I'm going. So then, I could do everything faster. All of this is like, of course, you want things to sound like quality too. So it's not like I'm just like
Yeah.
speeding through things and not doing the correct thing. Like I definitely want it to sound, like a professional work.
Yeah. And
Body.
one last thing I want to ask you before you guys get right back into it. And we talked
Okay.
about this today, but the grid, you use
Yeah.
relative grid, and is
Yeah.
that what
So
you're using right now as you're moving stuff around?
yes. So I'm on a relative grid with Pro Tools right now. I know in school and stuff, I'll put a little I guess in school they tell you not to use that, or I don't know what they tell you in school because I went to school. I actually went to school to be a doctor, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a degree in pre-medicine, and I'm here in the studio. But yeah, you got to do what you love,
Hey, whatever gets you there, right?
Exactly. So college was a great experience, though. Don't regret it. But yeah, so grid. I guess that's what they tell you to use. I use a relative grid because the relative grid is relative to the song. So every song is not falling right on the grid. Every lyric, every beat, some things are made with a swing, so it's not gonna fall right on line. But so with the relative grid, as long as you get the tempo correctly, you set the tempo correct on the I'm circling it on the session, everything will fly over easily. So at some point, you're gonna see me fly this hook that she did in the beginning, and because I have the tempo correct and it's on relative grid, I can slide it over and it's gonna fall right into place with no problem. So then I could even fly over the hook. Sometimes I'll fly over the hook before they even get there because I know that that's where it's gonna come, either based on how long they've been working, like on how long they've been singing their verse or whatever. I could kind of figure it out because I've just done so many songs with so many people, or I can figure out based on the beat, okay, this sounds like where the hook should be, let me put it there. And then if it's wrong, the artist will be like, oh, give me a couple more bars. But if it's right, they're like, oh, you're like reading my mind, like this is perfect, like this song is just, I don't have to do anything but be an artist. So it's never bad to do like a little more like that creatively because they feel like it's moving. But if you don't do something, or if you like they need something done quickly, that's worse than doing a little extra and it not necessarily being, oh, like I'm not ready for the hook yet, but they're not gonna be mad at you. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything too intricate right now. Is that it?
That's it. We'll let you carry on.
Okay,
Sure everybody's enjoying watching you move. So
Cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna listen to what I moved around to see if it makes sense, and then if it doesn't, we'll go from there.
I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up, them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up, I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now, remember the days they would count me out. Now check my bank account, I'm the same one made it through the drought.
What you thinking?
That was fire.
Yeah, I think so too. I was like, all right, that did work.
That was fire.
We'll probably have to tighten up that little section that's highlighted, but we can come back. I don't want to mess up your creativity. All right.
All right. set my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Now I hear them myself. I set my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Alright. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. Alright. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think.
I know you don't remember what you said, but I'm gonna play it a couple of times because I want you to get that better. Okay.
Alright. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game.
Matter of fact, I want you to do something different for that first line. The last line is cool though. I'm just when I say something different, I'm like maybe like different lyrics or something. I like the last line. We'll tighten that up, but let's figure out that first line. All right.
Alright. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Alright, one more time.
Give me 2 seconds, and I'm gonna fix your camera. All right.
Alright.
In the meantime, let's play some some elevator music,
Sure.
some hold music real quick.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm sick with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think.
Well, while we wait, folks, I see questions coming in, but definitely continue to ask them. We will ask Zukye about some of the questions that have popped up when she gets back. But I hope everybody's enjoying this. This has been so much fun to watch them work and see how quickly, especially when you're trying to be creative and coming up with the melody and the lyric all at the same time. It's quite remarkable. And having to do this very quickly is so important for the vocalist, right? For the artist. Oh, that fades out. Folks, if you're just joining us kind of late here, this is a masterclass on vocal production. I'm going to see if I can help to answer some of the questions here. I know someone asked about the patching. It's a really cool system, and Zukye could probably come back when she has time to readdress that, but it is a analog patch, digitally controlled analog patch system that she can get into all her analog gear and create preset chains for whatever she might be working on. As well as obviously this template with all the plugin chains. It's pretty amazing how quickly she can put this together. And we have Mia back. There she is. Can you? So we have our camera in the vocal booth back up and running. There you go. That's so true right there. Believe me, I can't appreciate this studio enough, and for all the work they put in to do this. It's a lot to get these cameras up and running, to get the patches right, to get it to sound good enough for the restream of this, or you all to hear it in the best quality we can possibly get it out, and still put on a production. It's quite the feat here.
All right. All right.
Good job, by the way.
I just learned how to work these cameras a couple of hours ago, so we're winging it. I'm not a video person. I'm actually terrible with video.
You've been doing good so far.
All right.
Things happen. It's how you adjust.
Yeah, well, I'm just warning you guys now. Mine might go out soon, but we'll see because I got backups ready. So, all righty. Let's see where we are right now. Oh, we gotta fill that line in. You
Wait,
you guys.
Before we do that, can I hear how to hook in?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm sick with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't.
I know you said you just wanted to hear the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, is
I'm
that
trying
good?
to see like where it could.
Where it can fit back in?
Yeah.
I got you. You probably need like maybe 2 or 3 more bars. Let me see. I guess I'll let you guys know this little clip. I nudged it a little bit because she came in a little early. I want to play it to make sure the timing is right now.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to ask.
Still a little early, so I'm gonna nudge it some more.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate.
That was way too much. So you can come in. Oh, you can come in. We're live. Sunny just made an appearance.
All right.
You can say hi. You come wave real quick. The
Sunny,
mastermind.
the mastermind.
We wouldn't be here without Sunny, y'all.
That's right.
Everybody that's watching, give him a round of applause. Look, you got you. Everything's good. Appreciate you. I got this.
Step in the booth and I.
I think all the staff is outside watching in different rooms and in the lounge. So
Step in my room and I meditate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say.
yeah, that's better. I'm gonna keep it like that for now. Alrighty. So yeah, just fill in that line and then we'll figure it out from there.
I set my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. I set my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Ask all the people who run in the city. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. I'm getting litty, litty. Ask all the people who run in the city. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what.
Oh, so you might have to do something to match that. Yeah.
Switch it.
Oh, Mia's still frozen. We might maybe if she leaves and comes back, that might be better. I don't know if I don't know how to do that. Eric might have to do that.
Yeah, well, as long as we can hear her at this point, I think that's going to have to be what we have to do. Just live
Well,
with
at
it.
least she's smiling.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's get it.
Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought.
You could say a version of what you had before. Let's see what you had before.
They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. For my.
Yeah, you could just tighten that one up if you're not coming up with anything for that. Okay?
Alright. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought.
I'm listening back.
They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care. They gon' remember my name.
Give me 2 seconds.
They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my game. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care. They gon' remember my name. They gon' remember my. They gon' remember my name. They gon' remember my name. They gon' remember my name. They gon' remember my. They gon' remember my name.
So what I was trying to do is like remember is a little off pitch wise, and with auto tune, sometimes you don't need to make the artist redo everything. Like I try to because that always sounds the best, but you know, for time's sake, I was gonna just delete the wrong note like quickly. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll automate a note being deleted just for that word, so auto tune will force it into the right place. I think the camera's catching up because now I see my face in it over there. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, sorry. So I'll automated note. So I'll give you like an example. Let's see. So I just made E able to be automated, and then I would put the track on latch, which would basically have it like record the automation that I'm doing. And this is gonna be wrong, so but I'm just doing it for the sake of the drill, so you guys can.
They gon' remember my. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on food my.
So now when I play it back, let's say hypothetically E was a wrong note that she was singing, it
They
would.
gon' remember my name.
You see it's deleting now every time it plays. So then, you know, if that was the wrong note, it would force her into the right one. You get what I mean? If it was just slightly off. You can't do that if it's completely if like it's the complete wrong note, but you can if it's close, you can do that. But that's what I was trying to do, but I'm going to have to make her do it again because it's not sounding the way it should. So all right, Bucks, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang.
One more time.
Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. Putting on for my. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my.
Let me take that automation out of there. Let's see. Alrighty.
They gon' remember. They gon' remember. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think.
So what I just did just now is I kind of blended two takes. She cut this last note. I would have wanted her to just do the whole thing all the way through, but she kind of stopped right at a certain word, and I'm circling, and it kind of made it sound like a punch in. So I put a crossfade between the two tracks, the two clips, and basically got it to a point where it just sounds like one take now. So.
I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think.
Let's see.
That worked.
Yep. So yeah, Paul, you know, keep me updated on like what we're looking like time wise, because you know I don't know, I'm just going. So I want to make sure you know we get a finished product by the end of all of this. So
Yeah, well, you know, we can go, we can continue on how much further you want to take it.
okay, sounds good. Alrighty. So let me see. 1, 2, 3. You got 4 more bars in you.
Alright, come on.
Let's do it.
There's a spirit.
Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Hear one more time. I don't care what nobody think.
Oh man, you guys didn't hear me. I wasn't muted. Okay, I mean I was muting. You muted. I said I'm gonna do something with the beat because I see it's kind of like doing the same thing most of the time. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw a little sauce in there
All right.
to make you feel a little more inspired. Let's see.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. 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 I'm put.
So I'm enabling. Well, I'll tell you guys what I'm doing when I'm done.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I'm putting on foot. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think.
Yeah.
I'm
I might want it to be longer. Let me listen to your whole verse. Yeah. I got you. I got you. All right. Let's see.
I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think.
Okay, that's where it comes in. Got you. And then let me fly the hook over real quick. Okay.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate.
Let's see.
For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like hey. Step in the booth and I levitate.
Okay, try that.
Was
And then I'll do some other things afterwards.
That was a light flex.
Light.
They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Alright. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. Alright. I gotta run it up, get it back. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get it back. I be making haters so mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth when I love it.
All right, I hear you over there. No, there's one I might want to add a word to one of those lines. Let me listen to it. Let me see. So yeah, right now I'm just doing little things. I'm gonna add a little delay to the end of these lines real quick before she notices that that's what I'm doing, and she's just gonna hear it. Yeah, she is.
I gotta run it up, get it back. I be making haters so mad.
You know, so it sounds like a vibe already. She kind of hears,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, this might not be the final like thing that I'm gonna do with it, but it's good enough for her to be like, oh, okay, that sounds good. I like that part of the song.
I gotta run it up, get it back. I be making haters so mad.
So when you say I be making haters, just so you could keep the cadence, say, hold on, let me listen to it one more time.
I be making haters so.
I be making all these haters mad. All these haters. I be making all these haters.
I be making all these haters mad.
Yeah.
I be making all these haters mad.
Yep. Let's try that.
I don't care what no. I gotta run it up, get it back. I gotta run it up, get it back. I gotta back. How you said it? I be making all these haters mad.
Yep.
Back.
I saw that person. It's an H delay. So the reason
There
I
you
use
go.
it's H delay from waves. The reason why I use that and the reason why I don't put it on the auxiliary track or return track for the sends is because when I'm using delays, they're pretty they're pretty specific to like the the part of the song. So like I like the H delay. I'll pull it up real quick. I like it because I like all the parameters that it has. Honestly, it's pretty easy to use, and I like how it has the low pass, high pass filter. It makes the delay, it makes it sound like more like an analog delay rather than a plug-in. And yeah, I have them on my track so I can do little things like, okay, this is a quarter note, but this one might be a half. You know, I can alter it like that rather than just putting it on a return track where my other effects are, and just pulling up the send, because if I do that, then the whole lead is gonna be doing the same thing. So this is another way to make the mix a little more dynamic. Let's see. Okay, so I'll be making all these haters mad.
I be making all these haters mad.
Yep.
Let's try. Making all these haters mad.
Yep. Let's try it.
Hey, I be making all these haters mad.
Not haters with the ER.
Nah, I don't know.
I know, you got to get the time in. Hold on. Let me listen again and I'll help you out. Hold on.
I gotta run it up, get it back. I be making haters so mad. I gotta run it up, get it back. I be making haters so mad. I gotta run it up, get it back. I gotta run it up, get it back.
So I'm making all these haters mad. I'll do it with the beat.
I gotta
with my scruffy vocals. I'm making all these haters. I'm making all these haters mad.
Alright. I'm making all these haters mad.
Yep.
I gotta run it up, get it back. I'm making
You know I'm making all these haters mad.
Alright. I gotta run it to get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. You. I gotta run it to get a bag. One more time. I gotta run it to get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel
You might have to say haters. Haters. You know I'm making all
what
these.
can I say? Nah, you'll sound better.
Which one?
Nah, you'll sound better.
You know I'm making all these haters mad. You know I'm making all these haters mad. Don't like emphasize the ending of haters too, so much.
It's a habit.
It's
You know I'm making all these haters mad.
a good habit. That means you speak proper English. All right, let's try it. Do it real quick without the beat.
You know I be wait.
You know I'm making all these haters mad.
You know I'm making all these haters mad.
Haters, haters mad, haters mad.
You know wait. You know I'm making all these haters mad.
Let's try one more time. You know I'm making all these haters mad, haters mad.
You know I'm making all these haters mad.
Yeah, let's try it.
Alright. Bang, bang. You know I'm making all these haters mad.
I think that was it. Let's listen back. Let's see.
Bang. You know I'm making all these haters mad. Bang. I gotta run it to get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care.
Was that an ad lib? Because I definitely kept it as one.
You keep it, I guess.
I don't know. I'll keep it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Discipline 1X asked about the vocal chain, but we discussed that earlier, so hopefully...
No, actually, it changed. Thank you, Flock Patch, because nobody noticed. I changed the chain because even though the chain that I had is an amazing chain, because Mia has such a light voice, I needed a compressor that added a little more body to her vocals. So instead of the LA2A, I switched to a 2264. This is another Heritage Audio product. And once again, I'm like, I don't know how many people know about Heritage Audio. I know it's not as popular as like Neve and SSL, et cetera, but it sounds really, really good. Comparable to Neve. If not, it's hard to tell the difference. It does what it needs to do. But yeah, so now I have her going through the Heritage Audio 1073 from the Manley referencee into the 2264. And that's the chain we're using for this song. Alrighty, let's go from there. Let me listen to what we have so far. Let's see.
I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it to get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay.
All right, cool. So what was I gonna say? Oh, I want to tighten up this line right here.
I gotta run it to get a bag.
I just want to tighten up the notes on that line.
I gotta run it to get a bag.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it to get a bag. One more time.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it to get a bag.
Let me see. I'm gonna keep that one just in case. Let's see.
I gotta run it to get a bag. I gotta run it to get a bag. these haters mad. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get a bag. I gotta run it up. I gotta run it up, get a.
So that second is slightly off. I'm gonna see if I can fix it with the tune. If not, then I'll just have her do it again. All right, you guys are gonna see the automation trick now. So listen closely. Let's see, what track is that on? So yeah, listen to the before and after. So you see, it's the tune is shaking a little bit. That means she's not hitting the note like right spot on. And sometimes that's okay because of the sound. You know, it doesn't have to be completely perfect with the tune because then you're not really gonna hear the sound of the tune so much. But this one is like it's a little too shaky. So we're gonna delete that wrong note and force her into the note that she's supposed to be in. So this is specifically for the second, the second one. All right, this is with the automation.
I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm I gotta run it up.
You guys hear the difference? I know it's subtle. It's just well, she's spot on now. I could do before and after real quick. Hold on. I'll actually solo it so you can hear it a little better. That's after. That's before.
Yeah.
This is, I'll bring it back. Make sure that's back on there. Nope, I gotta redo the automation. All right, let me do that again. Let's see. All righty. So when you put it back on read, that like disables the automation record, because if you keep the track on latch, anything you do with that track is just going to be automated. So let's say I like turn the gain down a little bit, or I'm trying to figure something else out. If I turn the gain down a little bit and the latch is on, it's going to do that automatically at that point of the song, and I definitely don't want that. So
I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
all right, so cool. So Bucks, I just want like 4 bars from you right in that drop, and then we'll go right back into the hook. All right.
Alright.
It's just gonna be that like, you know, something. It could be something vibey or whatever. It's gonna be like a C section or a bridge, whatever you want to call it. But
Alright. Days when we ain't have.
and you know what? Just so you can keep your timing, I'm gonna keep the drums in for now, and then I'll drop them back out. All right.
Alright. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
So what I just did, I like tweaked the organization of the beat a little bit so it could sound like a chorus. You know, like the chorus should go over like the part of the beat that has, you know, the most excitement, the most instrumentation and stuff going on, because that's supposed to be the climax of the song, especially since it's the end of the song. So the beginning doesn't have the most instrumentation, the beginning of the hook, but it builds into the part with more sound.
I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it.
See, now we got some synths going on in the back.
Yep.
And then we're gonna add some harmonies in there. Yeah, it's gonna sound like a record. All right. After we get these couple bars. All right, let's do it.
I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Like that? Alright.
And you could put it, you could leave that space just like that too. That sounds good.
Alright. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the one time.
So do it a little later. And
Like let the beat rock.
yeah, just how you did it with that space.
Alright.
Keep that space because it sounds good.
I gotta run it up, making money.
And let's try to keep running up out of that section just because you just said it in the hook. Yep.
I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room.
All right, cool. So I like the melody a lot. There's two things. I want you to try to say it like a little softer and a little more breathy. And then also for that last line, let's say something, because this is your last line of your singing, rapping and stuff. So let's try to make it like, you know, like a bar or something that that's gonna hit if you can. All right?
All right.
I'm pushing you today.
Yeah. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. How was the first one? That was better?
Let me listen back.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this.
Okay, cool. Let's do the second line. I like that first one. That's good.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Step in the booth and I love.
You know what you can do? If you don't want to do the breathy thing, you could lead into like, hold on.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this.
And then I drop it.
Step in the booth and I levitate.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to lead into that voice, you could try that too.
Alright, but keep the beginning though. I like that.
Yeah.
Verse.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. And then where?
Hold on. I'm gonna do it. I was muted.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Step in the booth and I levitate.
Yeah.
Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Think I missed it?
Yeah. Let me see.
Flex like this.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step, like, go like this. Look, go like this. When I gotta.
Oh yeah, I'll point at you.
Right. Flex like this. Step one, clear in the room.
You were a little late, but it's okay. I could just move it if anything. So, maybe I should point at you earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
Flex like this. Dang. All right, wait. Again. Flex like this. Step the work clear in the room. Step in the booth and I love it. Flex like this.
I'll start you back some. I'm starting you really close.
I'm trying to show you how you flex like this. Step through, clear the room. In the Rari, it goes zoom. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I don't know. I don't like that.
All right, let's do something else then.
What you think?
You don't like it, so you got to come up with something now. That was my idea. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. Like, let me see. Do you want to keep the softer tone?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's do that, and you can put your soft voice. You know, you get in your. You know what you can do? You can keep the same cadence, like, but still in the softer voice. I don't know. We could play around with it.
All right, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show you how you flex like this. Step in the booth and I levitate. I'm trying to show you how you flex like this. I knew one day that I would be rich. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. Can't hear you.
Oh, I'm pressing it like it's a talkback. This is terrible. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep that, but let's try a couple more ideas. Okay. I'm gonna start you back so you could kind of get in the vibe. Let's see.
We getting paid today. I gotta run it up.
Actually, I'm gonna start you way back, and then whatever comes to your mind, we're gonna get that.
I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Like, if I do it how you said to do it. Alright, wait, play it. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. Step in the, like,
You could do it, but do it soft. You could do it softly. I'm just gonna say anything. It ain't gonna sound like you either.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. Oh, but I'm saying like, you think it would be better like after the first thing I said? Should I pause or like
You should definitely pause. You should pause so you can let that echo breathe. You know what I'm saying? So you let that echo go. So you're not singing over the echo. But yeah, you just need one line, one fire line. One fire line. Don't think too much about the cadence or the melody. If you come up with the line, then I could, help with fit it in. All right.
Flex like this. Alright, when I step in the flex like this. When I step in, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and I love it. Can't hear you.
I like that one. We could keep that. But I want you to try to even do that one even more like breathy. Like sing it a little more. You're a little more rappy in that take.
Flex like this. Oh, right there. Alright. Flex like this. When I flex like this. When I step in, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and I love it. It's a little off.
Let me listen to it.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and when I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Everywhere I'm tryna show you how you flex like this.
This is the time when I was hearing. I'm gonna play it for you.
I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care where the heck. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. College get lifted like in the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved.
I think we good with that. Let me listen back.
I'm trying to show you how you flex like this. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. College get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you days when we ain't have, days when we ain't have, days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
What you think about that? Or should I just let it rock? I think I'm gonna just let it ride out. I don't know. What you thinking, Bucks?
I liked it.
All right, cool. Let me do it. Let me do that real quick. We're gonna listen from the top, see if we hear any harmonies, do some ad libs, and then get to the fun part, making it the mix.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up.
Let's see.
But you thought it was better the other way?
Which way?
You said you wanted to let it play out.
I don't know. I'm like, it's up to you. I think either or is cool. Let's see.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
I knew you guys were gonna lose me soon. I'll fix that.
We did.
It's all right. I got the battery ready. It's all good. I'm gonna fix it. Or you can. It's the one that's charging over here. It's yeah, that's the dummy battery that gets plugged in. See this? Look. Oh, that's the regular battery. And then plug that little thing. You see on the floor? It's like a, I don't know. Hold on, let me find it.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
All right, cool. You up at the bottom? Here, I'll do it real quick. Let me play.
Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say.
And she's back.
I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm too with the flow. Don't care what the haters say. I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate.
You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna let you go through and do all your ad libs, and then if I hear any harmonies, it's cool. If not, we'll keep it simple. All right.
All right. My favorite part. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. Hey, I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. Yeah, I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. God. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get a bag. Ooh. yeah. You know I'm making all these haters mad. Yeah. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't happy. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't happy. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. I'm tryna. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Oh God. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Yeah. Don't care what a hater say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what a hater say. We getting paid today. Yeah. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't happy. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't happy. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Let's go. I gotta run it up to the man. I'm pushing my Alright. Messed up.
No, that was a really good ad-lib run.
Wow.
I think we might be good. I don't know if I want to put harmonies because your ad-libs, you did a lot of good ad-libs in there, so I don't want to crowd anything up too much.
Yeah, that filled right in between the vocals nicely. Good job. I'm talking to you, Mia.
Yeah, it's definitely all Mia work.
You know, we had some questions that were coming up about recording processes there, about EQ and compression and what you're putting down to print. But whether you put the EQ before the compression, and I was thinking I could probably almost answer that for you because I know what you said before about mic placement and how much of that fills in what you're looking for.
Exactly. So I was saying earlier, I don't know if I said this earlier. You guys don't know, but we did like 5 practice practice streams before we got here. So I don't remember what I said today and what I said the other day. But I'll reiterate if I said it already. But before the recording even starts, the mic placement, the chain and everything, that is like the most important before mixing and everything, because if you record in a bad signal, you have to fix it on the mix. And it's very doable, but it'll never be the same as you just recording it right first. You know, it'll sound the best if you have a great recording and then you have a great mix. You know, a great
Which is why
recording.
which is why you readjusted the microphone in the
I
beginning before
readjusted
we
the
got.
microphone in the beginning, and I changed the signal chain because I was like, "Oh, this is a great chain, but it's just not sounding as good as I know it could sound with her." So, you know, I was like, "It's gonna take me a click of a button to switch the chain anyway, so why not?" So, I took a good for the ones who missed the beginning. I took like a nice little 5 minutes just getting levels and making sure that all sounded right. So now everything's kind of falling into place. As far as on my actual lead vocal bus, I do have quite a few, like a couple plugins on here, but not all of them are doing anything. So I do have the X comp there. That's just temporary. So, you know, I have some type of control on playback. So I don't know if I'm going to start with that. I might, because I like how it sounds anyway, and then go from there. I usually do start off with compression when I'm doing mixes and stuff. I mean, you guys are going to see now. So I start off with compression because I like to control the record first and then do any EQ. And also, compression has a tendency to add things or take things away. Some compressors add brightness, some add mid-range, and you know, I'd rather do all of that and then do the EQing after. And then after I EQ, you know, I might need another more compression. Like I figure it out after that. So I guess we could hop right into that now then.
Let's go.
So I'll give you guys a quick, like I'm not gonna do any like Harlem Globetrotter, alley-oop, crazy tricks, and all of that on this. This is an in-studio mix. It's gonna sound like pro, listenable, and all of that. It's not a full. I'm not staying it out and everything. It's just an in-studio 2-track mix. Usually on these, I don't spend a million hours. I just get it to the point that it's like it sounds like a song. So maybe the average ear won't be able to tell that it's not a full mix with analog gear, master bus and all of that, but it's good enough for the artist and anyone else who they want to show the song to. So I'm going to keep it very simple. Also, I'm using some of the best equipment. I have a great artist with great recording technique. So all of these factors have something to do with how the final product is going to be and how much I actually have to do with this record, which isn't much, because I guess you guys are listening on the other side, and I don't know what you guys are hearing, but it sounds pretty good now with the little bit that I did do to it. So we'll go from here. So I don't know if you guys want me to talk. I'm just gonna do a couple of things and then I'll say what I did. I'll
Yeah,
kind of do.
please. Yep.
Okay. So when I'm starting a mix, I start off muting. Actually, you know what, Bucks, you're done, so you can come in here and sit with me.
Thank you,
Keep
Bucks.
She's not gone
Bravo.
forever. She's just coming to sit here. See her in my camera. Cool. Okay, so yeah, usually I start off with well, I mute the backgrounds and I mute the instrumental. And I mute some of the like reverb, and depending on how much delay I have going, I'll mute that too, just so I can really hear the vocal and any like imperfections in the vocals. Sometimes delay and reverb will add something that's not really in the actual original vocal. You'll try to EQ it with the delay or reverb, and then you kind of taken away from what was there because the issue wasn't the vocal, it was the effect on the vocal. So let me give it a listen, see what I can do, what I hear off the top of my head. Let's see.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go.
Yeah, I already have some compression going. I'm gonna show you guys the settings I have. So while we were recording, I decreased the release time because the compression was just squeezing it entirely too much. I am being a little aggressive with this compressor. This is a compressor by SSL. Their plugins are pretty good. It's called XComp. I'm gonna back off of this a little tiny bit and use another compressor. I'll show you to give it a little more control and make it sound a little smoother, because I can kind of hear the compression that's going on, and we don't want to hear compression. We just want it to happen. We don't want to hear the vocal being pulled back or anything crazy like that. Days when we ain't have it, I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. So crazy enough, and once again, I don't know what you guys hear on the other side, but when I backed off that compressor a little bit, the vocal got brighter. So the compression was actually taming some of the brightness of her vocal, which was a good thing. But this next compressor that I'm going to put on will probably do the same thing and be a little more transparent. Days when we ain't have it. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. So this is a compressor by Softtube. It's Weiss. This is one of my favorite compressors to use. It uses a lot of processing power, so it's not something you could have on while you're tracking. But it sounds very transparent. Kind of close to analog. Nothing's like analog, but it's comparable, so I like it. Days when we ain't have it, I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. Days when we ain't have it,
I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making.
Honestly, there's only like two more things I'm gonna do to this vocal because I think it's just a really good recording. So there's like kind of like a, I don't know how to if I explain it's gonna be funny, but it's like a like it's like a brightness that's kind of annoying. So I want to get some of that out, and I think once I get that out, I might want to put one more compressor. This is the Shadow Hills. This is the plugin, but as you see, we got the real thing right here. If I
I
play it.
remember seeing that before. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. So we have the real thing, but we're not going to put her through that today because we don't want to mess up any of the routing of the stream, of the live stream. But we're going to do the next best thing. Well, and the plugin. So I'm going to actually use the optical section of the plugin because that's going to smooth her vocal out a little bit. And once again, I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but this might not be the right compressor for me to use because it might not react fast enough for what she's doing. So this is a trial and error right now.
Days when we ain't have it. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
All right, I'm actually happy with that, but I have to get that high frequency out. So
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up, them boys ain't one of us. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
That's something new you have there. What's that plugin?
yeah, so this is called the Shep's Omni channel. I don't really like the compression or the EQ on this, but I use it specifically for the de-esser because the de-esser, this is you can select which frequency you want to de-ess at, and then the shape of the band in which the de-esser is happening. So right now I have a really pointy band, so it's like here I'll pull up I'll pull this EQ up so you can see. I'll pull up another Pro Q. Alrighty, so you can see both of them. Cool. So right now I have the de-esser shaped like this. Well, not like that. Boom, like this. That's what that symbol is. So it's being very, very precise. Like this is the frequency I want to take, and then this little what is that? A megaphone. So that enables me to hear the exact frequency that I'm taking out. So I'll solo that so I can hear the frequency, and then do a little sweep and say, okay, that's what I want to take out, and then I can decrease the threshold, and that's taking the frequency out. And so this is like a slightly wider bell, and this is a high shelf, this is a low shelf. So, when I select the shelf, everything, let's say above 5K is getting de-essed. So that's what I'm using this plugin for. Let me delete this.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't. Gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up.
So that definitely
Them
helped
boys
with the
ain't one
frequency.
of us.
But now that her vocals a little too warm, just a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of brightness back, and then I'm gonna just balance everything out and bring the effects back. I'm about to pull up another SSL plugin. It's SSL channel strip by SSL. I like the EQs on this. I'm not a fan of the compressor on this, but the EQ and the gate is pretty good. So.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow.
Yeah.
I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up, them boys ain't one of us. They gotta days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit.
So right now I'm hearing something on the compression where it's kind of squeezing it a little bit too much. So I'm gonna back off one of these compressors and then we'll bring the effects back.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up.
Okay, I figured out the culprit.
Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. Money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up, them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up, I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now, remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account, I'm the same one made it through the drought. I'm feeling
And now I'm gonna balance everything out.
okay, don't care what I hate to say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up, them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up, I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now, remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account, I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name, I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad I won't change, I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, back. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up, them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up, I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now, remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account, I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name, I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad I won't change, I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it.
You know, we in here jamming on the mains now. Cool. So yeah, what I just did, I did everything with the lead. And I tell people this all the time. Some people feel like they could fix a bad lead with a background, but I'm like, the lead has to be so good that it could stand on its own. So when I mix, it's the same way. So I do everything with the lead, balance everything out. Everything is with the lead first. And what I did, and this is a trick I do with in-studio 2-track mixes, is I'll put a bus compressor on the master, similar as to what you would do in an analog situation. So this is the SSL bus compressor. You guys can't see it, but it's the same thing as what I have here. The same parameters and everything, and similar characteristics. And this plugin was actually made by SSL, so I'm hoping it's the most accurate, but it's the most accurate that I've used thus far. So I leveled everything out, added the bus compressor to just bring the record together. I might, so I can give it a little more gain, and I might put a limiter at the end of it just to make sure that it's not peaking at all. So then I can bring, next thing I'm gonna bring the ad-libs. The ad-libs are very simple. I don't spend too much time on those. Like I said, on an in-studio mix, especially since it's one track of ad-libs, it's just her vocal. So what I usually do, and this is kind of lazy of me, but it works. But I'll just kind of copy what I did with the lead and then alter it from there. So what I did with the lead will be just a bass line for something where I only have one background vocal, and then I'll tweak it from there. So sometimes with the backgrounds, I'll compress them a little bit more just so they're not everywhere. And so the lead can, live with the backgrounds really controlled in the back. They'll definitely be lower in volume, of course. And then I'll do little things like, pan them left, right. That's what I have on this particular vocal track. I know what we're streaming is mono, so you won't be able to hear the pan, but I have something automatically panning the vocals just so for two reasons: to give the record more ambience and to give the lead more space, because the lead is living in the middle. And then so if I have backgrounds also in the middle, it's just like, okay, like, where's the lead gonna go? And then we have to figure out where, we need space. We need the record to feel like a bigger record, even though we don't have stems and we're working with just a 2-track. So that's just, a little thing that I do to add that. So do this real quick and then edit it from there. Take this limiter off. Let's see. Cool. I'm going to take the same reverb, see how that sounds, and then edit it from there.
We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa, they say I'm still with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards. Days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it They say I'm sick with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drop. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get a bag. Ooh, yeah. You know I'm making all these haters mad. Yeah. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm my dishes, I push to the max. Stepping up and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what haters say. Collars get lifted like heavy.
So that part could sound more ambient. Let's see what that sounds like.
I gotta run it up, get a bag. Ooh, yeah. You know I'm making all these haters mad. Yeah. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Collars get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I got bag. Ooh, yeah. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. You know I'm making all these haters bad. You know I'm making bad. You bad. You know I'm making all bad. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Collars get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go,
All right, I'm gonna give it one listen through the top, and this will be the final
right.
into the mix. Let me listen all the way through. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see.
ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Collars get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. Whoa, whoa. They say I'm sick with the flow. I be like, oh yeah, I know. I'ma show you how it go. I gotta run it up. Them boys ain't one of us. They gotta step it up. I step my standards up. I'm on a mission now. Remember them days they would count me out. Now check my bank account. I'm the same one made it through the drought. They gon' remember my name. I'm putting on for my gang. For my squad, I won't change. I don't care what nobody think. I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters I gotta run it. I gotta run it. I gotta run it up, get a bag. You know I'm making all these haters mad. I feel like Sonic, I'm doing a dash. I'm running my dishes, I push to the max. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm trying to escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweight. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I'm tryna show you how you flex like this. When I step through, I'm clearing the room. Everywhere I go, I stay approved. Oh God. Step in the booth and I levitate. Step in my room and I meditate. I'm tryna escalate. Don't care what the haters say. Problems get lifted like heavyweights. I'm feeling A-okay. Don't care what the haters say. We getting paid today. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up for the days when we ain't have it. I gotta run it up, making money be my habit. I gotta run it up to the man. I'm pushing my Alright. Messed up. Oh. I gotta run it up to the
You want to
man.
keep the eye?
Alright.
I'll fade it out a little bit.
Oh. I gotta run it up to the man. I'm pushing my Alright.
I'll put it on.
Oh. I gotta run it up to the man. I'm pushing my Alright.
All right.
Wow. There you have it. The new tune by Mia Bucks called Run It Up.
Bucks. Big bucks. Big bucks.
That was fantastic just to watch you go through the process. My gosh, there were so many questions that were coming. I didn't want to interrupt you but it was a lot of questions that we kind of covered some of the things earlier, but Eric and I were talking about this before we got started, like when you were talking about compressors and just knowing like the sound of them and how they can influence your signal. Like that process, is that just a trial and error, like just listening to them, taking a day to just have a listen to as many plugins as you can? How do you go about that?
So you're saying as far as like knowing what plugins sound like what, and
Yeah.
which, so some of it is trial and error. A lot of it is like, oh, I have, of course, other like engineer and producer friends, or I'll be watching something randomly, and it's like, oh, okay, this plugin sounds amazing. Let's, try this. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. And then it'll be on sale or something like that. Cause I'll spend thousands of dollars on hardware, but I will not
Yep.
spend that on plugins. So
There's no conversation that makes me fall asleep more is when people talk about plugins. I guess like, but you have
yeah,
to know
so
what you're doing with them, right? I mean, that's the process.
Exactly. And they change, like my go-to plugins change constantly. So these are the go-tos like for this season. Let's see what we're doing in the winter time. I might find something better, so yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's trial and error and then talking to my other like music friends. So
Well, this was so incredible to watch, really. I mean, I can't even believe we've been 2.5 hours in and it doesn't really kind of feel like that because just been mesmerized by what you've been doing. And um, man, you've got so many questions here. If we can try to grab a couple of these before we end this. But someone just up here had asked about interns. Do you guys do internships there? Is that something that you?
yeah, we do, but you would have to be New York City based and someone that actually aspires to, work as an engineer slash producer, et cetera, et cetera. And we do very we are personally very hands on with our interns. I seen some of them throwing some comments there. I see like two or three that commented. I'm like, okay, I see you guys. But yeah, we're very hands on because we don't want our interns to be interns forever. We actually want them to be able to work. So, and Sunny and I are here almost every day, which is also kind of not the norm. Like the owners of the studio being there all the time. So I think it's a pretty interactive and great environment if you're willing to put in the time and the work and be consistent, because that's something everyone says, and then 2 or 3 months in, they become their real selves,
Yeah.
which isn't what they showed us when they came for the interview. So
There was another I Discipline 1X here asked a lot of questions, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but there were some of them ones that hit me, and I was thinking about it because some people that are probably watching wanting to aspire to where you've gotten to here, but they're working from their home, and we talked about room treatments and the sound of the room for your vocals. Like in the beginning, what was it that what if you don't have like a good vocal booth?
mhm.
Is it more important to get a dead space, find a dead space in your room, or do you try to find like a room that gives you some sort of sound?
Yeah, you definitely don't want a dead space because that's not realistic to sound any either. Like so when you're recording records, the overall sound you're trying to get is like what you hear when we're talking. Like me and you talking in real life. Like of course there's going to be effects and stuff to make it sound vibey like a record, but in real life you're never hearing something or speaking to someone in a completely dead space. So that actually is not good. So when people say soundproofing a room, like that's not what we do in professional studio settings. We sound treat rooms. We'll do acoustic treatment, not just completely soundproofing and making all the rooms dead, because that wouldn't yield the best recording either. So as far as working from home, you can definitely get a professional sound at home, but you have to equipment is big. You know what I mean? Like if you're not in the best space and then you also have bad equipment, it's very, 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 very difficult to get a professional sound. And some, depending on how bad the equipment is, it might not be even possible to really get that professional sound. So yeah, if you're in a place that's not the best, I would say get the best equipment for your budget. Secondly, you can treat your room. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to build out your room, but you can do little things like, put an acoustic panel here and a diffuser there. And, there is a science behind it. So you would have to do the research based on the size of your room and, where you have your equipment, your listening position, all of that. So that's some research you would have to do. But, back when I was working out of my room, I remember I put up one. It was in the diffusers. They're the excuse me, yeah, the panels, the acoustic panels. They can be pricey, but when I say I put one panel up in my room once, and I immediately heard the difference. So it's like little things like that can make a huge difference in your workspace. So.
And so Mia, where do we hear more of Mia? Mia
Yeah.
Bucks.
Go ahead, take the mic.
You could find
You
Big
can look at the
Bucks.
camera.
You can find Big Bucks on SoundCloud, YouTube. And yeah, we're still working on getting it on all streaming platforms, but that's coming real soon.
I bet it is. We look forward to it. Wow. This was so cool. Really, I can't thank you enough for everything. The amount of effort that it takes to put this on is a lot, and we put you through the paces. But I guess you learned a lot too, right?
Definitely. I mean, hey, I might start doing live streams every so often. We'll see.
Yeah.
But definitely learned a lot. It's cool. Great experience, and I'm really glad that people got to see kind of what goes on in the studio. And like I was once again, I don't know if I said this today or the other day, but you would there this is actually slower than we usually work. Like this song probably would have gotten done in about an hour. So it's nice to be able to share, our workflow and, what goes on when we're in the studio because we talk about it, but actually being a part of it is different. So,
Yeah.
definitely.
Wow. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us, and look
Wait,
for our.
before we wrap
Yes.
up, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
No, go
have to
ahead.
tell you, I gotta talk about the studio.
Yes.
We talked about big bucks. We gotta talk about.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
all, it's all good. So, once again, S5 Studio. We're located in Chelsea, Manhattan. Our website is s5studiony.com. That website is still, under construction. So if you see little, errors in the site, don't worry, we're fixing that. Our studio Instagram is S5studiony. My personal Instagram is they call me Zoo. They call me spell normal ZUU. Or you could search my name, Zukye Ardella. I think I'm the only one. So I'm trying to think what else I should say. Am I missing anything? Forgetting anything? Oh, go ahead.
S5, S5, big S5.
Oh my gosh, we can't bring her anywhere no more. She's fired. No,
Well,
you're
hey,
good. You're good. Big
when we post this up to our site and all that, we'll make sure any links that we need to add, make sure you send them our way. So
Yeah, dope. And I'll also send you a bounce of the in studio mix so you guys could kind of hear it in real
we would love
time and
that.
not through the stream. And then I know uh at some point posting the actual mix, like once I get the stems. If you guys still are interested, I can send that to you guys as well.
Would love
So
that. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Had fun. I know she had fun. She does.
Well, I can see that. There's no doubt about it. Well, very good. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of Take the rest of the day off, Go ahead. You
I'm
deserve it.
actually I planned on it because I had a 12-hour session yesterday. It's pretty crazy,
Oh
but
boy.
it was fun. It was a fun 12 hours. I feel like some of them are watching too. I definitely had a good time, guys. If you're watching, but
There you
I'm
go.
gonna take
Big
it
S
away.
five.
Thank Big
All
S5.
right.
Say it, Paul.
You got it. You take care.
All right, guys.
All right. See you, everybody.